Well, hello, welcome or welcome back, whichever it is. I'm happy you're here. Tonight's dinner, we are going to make calzones from scratch. I didn't buy anything. I did buy some things. I didn't buy anything pre-made. I'm gonna make it right from the flour and right from the ricotta cheese. So let me show you how easy this is, because I love the quick and easy. Let's get it, let's go. Let's heat up the oven. Let's go. All right, to get started, even though you could clearly see I started without recording, I almost forgot. All right, so the dough recipe is the same as the pizza recipe, pizza dough, whatever crust. So that's the recipe I'm going to follow. I've made it a bunch of times already on here, how I make pizza, but I'm going to show you how to make calzones tonight. But you have to start with pizza dough. So I'm going to do one here, and then I'll make the rest off camera. So you need 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of, before I do that, I usually give it a little bit of a mix, before I start adding the liquid in, just because one time I did that and I got a mouthful of salt in one bite. And then another bite had a mouthful of baking powder. It was not pleasant. Okay. So now I'm going to add the tablespoon of oil. And you have, I know this is an odd number, but it's 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of water. I'm not going to use it all right off the bat because it really depends on your flour, your humidity, where you kept your flour, how you kept your flour, you know, things like that. So I start off with just about half of it, just to start. You could do this by hand. I've done it many, many times, but I have to make a bunch today quickly, so I don't have time to do it by hand. And we're just gonna let it mix until it forms into a dough. It'll take about 3 minutes. All right, that's about it. I'll show you when it gets to a dough ball what it looks like. All right, so you see it looks a little bit loose, but this is where I would take it out and I move it to the counter because I have flour on the counter already. I had already started one. Okay, I'm just going to knead it a little bit just to work it into what I did with this one here. That's what it's going to be. Got little dough balls for mine because I eat smaller pizzas. It's little springs right back where you touch it. That's what you're looking for. Now it doesn't come completely back, but you push it down. So that's that. So now I gotta make 4 or more. And when you put this in here, a lot of times I just put a little bit of spray oil on top so that it doesn't dry out while I'm making the rest of the batches. Okay, so I've gotten all of the balls, dough balls, made up in this bowl right here. Oh, that's heavy. And I'm going to make the filling for the calzone. So for the filling, but I will leave the recipe I'll leave the recipe for like making a single calzone, and then you can go from there. Hold on a minute, my phone's ringing. Okay. So I'm just gonna dump this right into the bowl because we're gonna use it all. It looks so creamy already. I like egg in mine. Not everybody does, but I do. And I have a couple of odds and ends on the cheese here, not to mention the stuff I already have. But like I said before, I will put the recipe in for making, well, one that makes 4 servings. And then you could do it by that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the ricotta. I'm gonna add mozzarella. Probably just gonna add what's left of this bag. All right. So, a couple of handfuls, because I'm making a lot. And then 2 eggs. Rinsing my hands off in the water. I have my eggs always sitting in water because my refrigerator, I tell you, I have a love-hate with it. I love to hate it. My eggs freeze. If you push stuff to the back, it freezes. It's really small. I bought this refrigerator right after I went through a divorce. And I had never bought an appliance, I guess without anybody around, usually my husband or my mom or somebody. We had some kind of collaboration going, and not this time. And I bought the smallest. I bought what I could afford and didn't realize like the cubic foot really means something. So my next refrigerator, I'll be sure to bear in mind. I use Italian seasoning in mine. Again, not everybody does that. They just do plain cheese, but I like a little bit in mine. A couple of Jimmy shakes. Mix it up. And that's what goes in my filling. If I look at it and it looks like it needs just a little bit more cheese, I'll add more cheese. But we're just gonna stir this up. I feel like it's gonna go over the side. For a minute, I almost used my small bowl, and then I remembered, I'm always saying, I wish I had a bigger bowl. So that's about it right there. Now I'm gonna roll out the pizza dough. All right, so just gonna take a little bit of flour, flour the surface. Stick it, it's going to the counter. It's still a little bit wet from me wiping it down. It's funny. All right. Let's take a nice hunk out. Try to keep it covered. So that it doesn't dry out while it's sitting here, even though I do put oil on it. So basically what I do is I just turn it with my fingers first. All right, because I was taught by this Italian guy to use the counter to hang it off the edge about 3/4 of the way, and the weight as you're turning your pizza will make your pizza. So I'm just start like this. I also take I do whatever I feel like I need to do to get this pizza round-ish. Okay, if you can see how it's kind of hanging off my counter, if you just kind of do it like this, and you could, you know, if you can't spin it like me, you do this. I roll it out, just leave it hanging. Quarter turn, let it hang. Just let it hang. Let it all hang out. See? And then I have another trick I get to making it good and round, but I'll show you that later. Can't give away all my tricks of the trade. And this pizza dough is really good. My one grandson will not eat pizza frozen or anything if it's not from the pizzeria. And when I stopped buying pizza out, he was like on strike. He wasn't gonna have any more pizza ever again. And then I made homemade pizza and asked him, just try it. Please just try it. He tried it, and every Friday he wants homemade pizza. So what I do is I take the pizza pan, just like this. But, see, just take a pizza cutter. All right, so you have a nice round pizza and you don't have it. But that's how I make a pizza. And then we do the sauce. And then I have his cheese. Put a little Italian seasoning down on there. And just sprinkle the cheese, or plant-based cheese. And I'm gonna move this thing back over so it's not so far away. I was just trying to show you how I hang it off the side of the thing here. All right, and that is Eric's. Okay, so here we go with making the calzone. So we're just gonna flatten it out and just do what I did with the other one. Just pinch it out like that. This one seems a little bit more firm than the other one. It's all right, still fine. It's all good still. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing with this that I did with the other, but that's why I said you don't need it as, you don't need to make a whole dough ball. You can make one big dough ball for like a regular size pizza, an 18-inch pizza, and divide it into 4. So I made way too much. I keep forgetting that when I make calzone, you don't need as much pasta. Not pasta, dough. But we'll go from here. Okay, so I got it rolled out. I'm putting my stuff down on here. Then we're gonna pick up the thing. Don't mind these little speckles. That's just the Italian seasoning that I had sprinkled on the other one. Now you really only need half of it unrolled because, oops. I'm just gonna put some filling inside. Boom. This is why I had to do Eric's first. All right. I like a little bit of sauce in mine, and sometimes I like just a pinch of cheese on top. I don't know. Seems like it's a little bit different that way. But that's how I like it, and that's how we make it. And if I don't have it, then I don't do it. All right. So, now you see how I left the edge there. We like a little sauce inside of ours. Some people like it in. Now, Aiden's is going to have pepperonis in his. It really just depends on who wants what. This might have been a little bit thick. I should have made this just a little bit thinner, but the next one will be better. They always are. So you're going to fold it in half And you're going to crimp it like you was making a pie. Just crimp the edges. You can crimp it with a fork, you can crimp it with your fingers, fold it over, just so you don't want anything oohing gooing out, right? So, and I do this, and right towards the end, I will brush it with a little bit of olive oil, just so it gets a nice brown coating. But that's the first one down, guys. Look at that. Can you see it right there? Check that out, okay? You can poke a hole, because we want a place for it to percolate out, right? Just a little hole. All right, and we're gonna put that in the oven. 18 minutes, I hope. I'll let you know for sure at the end. Okay, guys. Oh, we got a little bit of a bubble pop. But look at that. How yummy is that? But let me get that right up to you. Well, she burst open a little bit, but that just happens sometimes. But look at that. If that's not a nice looking calzone, we're gonna put a little sauce on it. We're gonna let it set for a minute, and then Yasmin will down here to taste test for you. So let me get the rest of them in the oven. Okay, so this one is trays. Just a little extra cheese right on top. Just gonna pour, oops. Oh, I just dropped sauce all over my foot. We like a little bit of sauce in ours, inside and out. And then also Trey wants pepperoni. Well, here we go with this pepperoni talk again. I hate pepperoni. Ugh. Yuck, 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 yuck. Got to fold the ends over, pinch it down, and just fold the edges over. I got a lot of extra here. I don't need all this extra dough. There we go. Just once I get it on the pan, I'm gonna cut a little slit in the top, and he'll be ready to go. There's his pan. There you go. In the oven it goes. Oh, wait. I forgot to show you this on theirs. Ever so slightly, a tiniest of oil. Just enough to, I don't know, for some reason mine doesn't always brown up the way I want it to, so I just get it wet, put a little bit on there, and there we go. All right, this is Yasmin's. I'm cutting hers open. It's been sitting for a minute because this has pepperoni in it for Aiden. Ooh, you see a steam coming out. I don't know if you could see it, but it's coming out. Trying not to get burnt. And we have sauce right here for him. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Look at that calzone. Let me open up Aiden's. Ooh, I feel like it's gonna burn me. Ooh. Ooh. Pop it out, pop it out. There we go, look at that. See the pepperoni in there? Woo, look at the pull. Gotta have the pull. It's kinda, look. Oh, sugar. See? All right, well, let me get them to the table so they can get to taste of this and tell you what it tastes like.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
Hey, Yasmin, we cut a little piece off. Where's your sauce? You can try it with or without the sauce. It's up to you.
With.
Okay. Give her a go. Careful now, it's a big piece.
It's cheesy. Very, very cheesy.
It's okay, just put it in. Give it a dunk. Or you can pour it on top. It's very hot, be careful, man. It just came out the oven. You'll burn the roof of your mouth off.
Oh, smells good. It tastes even better though.
It's really good?
It tastes really good.
Alrighty. So how does it compare to the pizzeria? Is it
Definitely
up there?
better than the pizzeria.
Oh,
I would
well, I'll
order
take that.
this instead of the pizzeria.
You would order that instead?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, there you have it, guys. The rest of us are going to eat now.
Yeah, definitely.
Mommy made, kid approved. Let's go.
100%.
And at a fraction of the cost. All right. Well, there goes mine and Tyler's without the sauce on it. He has pepperoni inside his. That's why you could see all the oil oozing out of that hole that was there. Mine is just cheese, and it's coming out the side there. But look at that. Come on, guys. What do we say? Yummy. 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 That's right. Now everybody's doing it. Alrighty. Well, there's Tyler's. Ready to go. Look at that. How yummy that came out. Got way more sauce for him. That was just for effect. But there you go. There you have it. Let's get to eating, Tyler. Alrighty, here's your wrap up. That's half of Yasmin's. She could not eat it all. And I have about 3/4 of mine left over. Tyler's still over there putting a whooping. Eric ate all of his pizza. Aiden ate, and Trey ate everything. So there you have it. Me and Yaya just didn't finish. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. And I hope you comment. See you later. Bye-bye.